Ow! Ow! We are live. Welcome to week 4 of True NFL. I'm Frankie J. This is T.O. And we're here for another fun week of True NFL talk. And T.O., before the show, we were goofing around a little bit, laughing like we always do. Hashtagging 420 in it. You wanted to do something, so why don't you go ahead and start things off?
If we're adding hashtags, hashtag upbeat Josh. But anyways, have you ever heard of this team? I'm going to do a little on this day. For those of you who have followed us throughout the years, you know I like to do an on this day. And here's one regarding the NFL. What team was called the Decatur Staleys?
Baltimore Colts.
Wrong. 1922, the Decatur Staleys, that are known today as the Chicago Bears, played their first game against the Racine Legion. They won 6-0. Yeah, I know. I wonder who the Racine. If anyone knows who the Racine Legion turned into, throw that in the comments. If you were back there in 1922.
Definitely. Yeah, which makes me want to mention. Thanks for everyone being here, subscribing to our YouTube channel. To those of you that are watching either on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, feel free to drop a comment throughout the show. We'll get to them as they come in and join the conversation. We have a good one in line for you tonight. But thanks for that fact, T.O. And what a week for the NFL. A lot of upsets, a lot of, well, not a lot of, but one main injury because he's a loudmouth to begin with. But you had something you wanted to say about the news too. I'm going to let you take the lead today because you were full of conversation. Yeah, I mean,
at first when I saw him go off the field like that, I thought, what a jerk. I mean, we all know what kind of a guy he is, anyways, and karma's a mother sucker. I mean, you do all that stuff off the field, and you think nothing's going to happen to you on a routine play. His leg falls off. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but the way he exited, at first I was like, what a jerk, But then I'm thinking maybe he just had a lot of adrenaline. I don't know. That's what I'd like to chalk that up to. But there's just been so many. This is something I wanted to talk about too, with the Malik Neighbors getting injured at MetLife Stadium. I call it Death Life Stadium.
Why do you call it Death Life Stadium?
Well, since it's been in 5 years, 16 torn ACLs or Achilles injuries, some of them career ending. Why are we still playing on artificial turf? I had one comment. The guy said he loves artificial turf. Why? Because it's versatile. If this is the NFL and we care about player safety, and we spend bazillions of dollars on putting 19 helmets on them or making them look like a bobblehead out there, which is actually worse too. If you add more weight to the head, it bobbles around like a bobble. So anyway, why aren't we putting in just natural grass? I love natural grass. Anyone who's ever played any sport. Okay, FIFA soccer. Where are they playing this year? MetLife Stadium. What's the first thing they have to do? Rip out the entire thing and put a grass field in for the safety of the players. That's what FIFA requires. Why doesn't the NFL require that? Why?
I wouldn't be able
to in after. Who cares?
But I have my pros and cons to that of natural turf or natural grass versus the artificial surface. There are some artificial surfaces that are really good, but they're expensive, and the upkeep of them is just as expensive as natural grass. So a lot of these stadiums host different events, Bigfoot events, concerts, banana ball, whatever the hell you want to call it. And it sustains the beating, so it's less labor to fix the grass, and it's a cold weather city, whatever. There could be various reasons why. However, there are some that are safer than others, but MetLife Stadium is specifically known as being one of the worst because of the style, the style of it, the brand of it, the age of it, because a lot of technology has happened since that stadium turf was put in. So a lot of advancements have come. So the new Bills Stadium, now that you want to talk about grass, we're not even talking about football games today. We're just going to talk about turf, apparently. Hey, it's okay. The thing that the Bills are putting in, it's a hybrid. So it's going to be, I don't know the ratios. It could be 20%, 15% of synthetic turf. And the only reason they have that is going to be spread out accordingly throughout the field is that the natural grass, in this case, Kentucky bluegrass, as we talked about, will be able to grow into it and root and have stronger durability. it'll be natural grass, but it'll have sustainability in a cold weather environment. And it also gives them the capabilities of keeping the field warm, which makes it safer even more.
They're going full grass. No, nothing. Just full grass.
I just, you're wrong.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they are. They put in a state-of-the-art hydroponic system. They put in a heating system. I'm pretty sure they're using nothing but natural grass. I'd have to take a. I mean,
you're the grass man.
I could quick do Google search this, but I'm pretty sure the new Bill's turf is 100% natural grass.
Because I've actually I'm pretty nerdy when it comes to one.
Okay, here we go.
Kind of shit. Okay, go ahead, shoot.
Buffalo Bills' new stadium, scheduled to open in 2026, will feature a natural grass playing surface equipped with the state-of-the-art support system, including hydroponic heating, grow lights, and sub-air technology to maintain the field during Buffalo's winters. So it sounds to me like this marks a significant shift from the team's current artificial turf. So they recognize it. Hopefully, this will become the norm, because if we're going to harp player safety, there ain't no better player safety than to play on natural grass, in my opinion.
I don't disagree with you. I've been on some of those synthetic surfaces, and we played hockey, and we played in an arena that had some of those synthetic fields inside for flag football and soccer, if you recall. And they weren't horrible, but I didn't play on them hard. I wasn't wearing cleats. Maybe the footwear can change, because those guys are wearing 6-inch cleats, it looks like, and they're getting snagged up in it. Do they change the footwear? Do they maybe look at other things? Because they're not only getting injured on turf, they get injured on grass too, but not as much as on turf. I guess that's a stat that we'd have to.
Well, the thing is, they do get hurt on grass, but most of those grass injuries are contact injuries. We're talking most of these ACL or Achilles injuries are non-contact, where the guy just goes down, and it's because of the turf. So that's the discrepancy, the disparity of them both right there, is that most of them are non-contact injuries on these turf.
Can you imagine, excuse me, the discussions that these boards have about the playing surfaces, how they would go? Because I see it both ways too, because if you look at the Tyreek Hill injury, he came down from the air and landed on his knee. Turf or dirt or sand or rubber pellet, nothing was going to stop that injury.
It was already off, I think, before he went up in the air.
Either way.
It was like the Michael Gallup, where he's already hurt, but he jumped.
But I mean,
but no, you're correct, because as soon as one injury happens on grass, what do the higher ups say over there? Oh, hey, look,
it happens on grass too.
There it is. So that's the problem.
I think this is ideal, but there are some terrains that just cannot withstand all 100% natural grass. Some places just can't.
They all can. You have bazillions of dollars.
Oh, okay, you're right. I'm not saying that they shouldn't all go to grass. I'm just giving you my reasonings on why they might not all go to grass. I mean, you got some stadium, a lot of money to revamp, systems that they've had in place for 10 years, like a MetLife Stadium. It's an open stadium. They have a rug down. They got the turf that they felt at the time was going to sustain weather and events and everything.
Sure. You got a mouthful of shit.
It's outdated now, so they maybe have to update it.
They have to natural grass. Just ask the players. What do the players want to play on?
If the players had a choice, they'd want to play in a bounce house.
They want to play on natural grass. 100% Kentucky bluegrass. Do it. All right, let's get into the NFL. Enough turf talk. I love grass. For those of you who don't know, but
check out his YouTube channel. It's called Todd's Real Lawn, REEL Lawn, where he does lawn care. He's a freak about it. He has the best lawn in the town of Amherst, New York. In fact, people come and walk barefoot on his lawn on purpose, including the mail people and the UPS people, which is pretty fucking weird, buddy. If a UPS guy came up to my house and I'm sitting on my porch waiting for a package and he takes his boots and socks off and starts walking on my grass, I'm going to probably get 1 million views on a reel for sure.
Yeah, I should have videoed it. Just wanted to make sure it was real.
He wanted to make sure it was real.
Yep.
By taking his shoes and socks off. This really happened.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
It's happening all over the world.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Soon it's going to be happening at a football stadium near you, hopefully. If we can get this grass passed.
Yeah, everyone's going to be Matt Collins and start walking around barefoot. But anyways, why don't we get into...
player of the month. You want to talk about player of the month real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Your boy.
Who's player of the month?
Yeah, who else? Patty Mahomes. Patty Mahomes, player of the month. Or player of the week. Sorry, not month. We don't want to give him that.
Whew.
Player of the week.
Player
what
of the
do you
week.
think about that? Why? Because he tore Baltimore a new one, like always.
Well, let me say this, and I am totally glad I've stuck to my story about Lamar Jackson for as long as I have. I disagree with anybody ever that thought he was MVP. For him to win 2 MVPs is a sin, because the way that man acts and behaves when things don't go his way, if a bad play happens or he fumbles the ball or whatever, he throws temper tantrums. He runs to the sidelines. He throws his helmets. He gets mad and angry, and you can't even console him. And the coach has to come over and give him a needle to calm him down. There's a problem there. And to me, he's not a real leader. He's not a Josh Allen. When Josh Allen makes mistakes, first of all, does he get a little angry at himself? Absolutely. But he goes back to the bench. He regroups. He gets with his guys, and he starts talking about it and goes to the tablet and figures out what went wrong as a team. That's an MVP. So Lamar Jackson, to those of you listening, if you disagree with me, drop a comment by all means. I'll argue with you all day. He is not MVP. He's not going to win a Super Bowl. I don't care what team he's on. Todd, go ahead, because I know it's going to be something. I don't even really care what you're saying.
You should care. This is the NFL. True NFL, by the way. Thank you for subscribing, all you listeners. I got one for you.
You got.
What were you just talking about?
Lamar Jackson.
And Lamar Jackson.
He's not MVP.
I think he's not. I think he is.
He's a baby.
But why does he lose big games?
Because he is not built to win like that.
And we did have a comment, and the comment was, no matter how good the Bills are, they always lose at the end. What do you say to that?
It's not wrong.
Okay, so what makes you, after watching last week's game, Kansas City, against Baltimore, with one of their weapons back, the way they played, what makes you think this year's different? Let me hear it. What makes you think this year's different in the end if we play Kansas City, Buffalo Bills, walk out of that with the W? What changed?
Because what changed? A whole lot changed. We've got what changed? We got a defense that's going to be built up at week 6. Starting week 6, we get our 2 defensive linemen back that were suspended, which are going to be a big deal. We're getting our Ed Oliver back on the end, hopefully Sunday night if all goes well. So the pieces are coming together. We are winning games. Maybe not defensively. We're getting those lucky turnovers and those bounces near, whatever. We take advantage. We get to the ball. What's different this year is they have a different mindset, and that is we are 1-0 next week. They're taking the Bill Belichick approach. Next week only, next week only, next week only. They're not looking at the Super Bowl yet. They're just winning this week. They practice for this week. They're all a unit. They're all unified. They celebrate together. They hang out together. They're a team. Unlike Dallas, when the game's over, they all scatter like rats and go to their own individual parties and diddy it up.
I'm not talking about Dallas. I'm talking about champions. I'm talking about the Kansas City
Bills
Chiefs.
are champions. The Chiefs are not going to win.
The Bills have won them. The Bills have won the most regular season games than any team. That's true. When it comes down to it, you're naming Ed Oliver, you're naming culture, you're naming defense. When that game comes on and it comes down to the end, we're not talking Ed Oliver. We're not talking culture. We're talking one of the 2 quarterbacks won that game. And you're over here telling me, I would have rather had you say, we're going to win that game because the league thinks Josh Allen is better than Mahomes, because that's the only way we're winning that game. And do you think today that the league thinks this guy is better than Mahomes? And that's what that game's going to come down to.
This year, everything I've heard as far as like Good Morning Football on NFL Network and some of the ESPN shows, Josh Allen is the quarterback this year, and he is better than Patrick Mahomes this year. And he is in a lot of different ways, not only physically. Right now, he is the best quarterback.
2 seasons. Regular and the playoffs. There's 2 seasons in the NFL. The regular season and the playoffs. We own the regular season.
So what?
What do we do in the playoffs?
We beat them this year. Okay. We figured it out.
And that Oliver to you is the reason why.
No. Not just at Oliver. I'm saying that we'll have a healthy team going into the second portion of the season at least.
I hope so. There's a hell of a lot of injuries going on.
But they're coming back. We're going to have our bye week. I believe week 7 is our bye week this year. So we come play this Sunday night at home, and then one more week, and then our bye week. So we're getting a bye week at a good time because we had these recent injuries, and these guys get that time to heal up. And then coming back out of the bye week, we have a full lineup of all the guys that we really wanted in there from week 1. We're going to see a different Bills defense starting week 7. I'll put it that, or starting week 8, excuse me.
It's an
They're going to see a new Bills team. Going to see a new Bills defense.
It's an offensive league. I don't care.
Okay, fine. Anyways, let's get back on track here because
Who cares?
We could argue. I just think that you're stupid sometimes, but that's why we do this.
It's an offensive league.
Okay, fine. It's an offensive league, but defense.
That game's going to come down to which quarterback can beat the other quarterback.
Okay. I think this year, legitimately, and it's already been proven that Josh Allen is the best quarterback. Why? The Chiefs started what? 0-3?
I'll tell you, I know who he's better than. Jalen Hurts. Guy throws for 100 yards every game. And they're putting him like he's an all-star quarterback. 100 yards, 120, 150. The guy sucks.
Yeah.
I told you this a long time ago. He can run,
but you can't hide.
I don't know. Philly fans chime in. You love your quarterback or what? You have to. You have to, right?
He won you a Super Bowl. You gotta love him.
Yeah, you gotta love him.
At least
got
for this
that
year.
over Allen.
This is the year of Allen.
Sure it is. This is the year where we christen the stadium and we don't lose a game in the stadium, and then in the playoffs we do everything we always do. Watch from home. That's my take. I mean, I don't want to get overly excited. I'm excited our schedule's cake and we're 4-0 and we're one of the last 4-0 teams. That's great. But when it comes down to it, I'm more concerned about what the hell's going to happen later on. And I can't tell you that I'm sitting here today feeling very comfortable that the Bills are going to, Kansas City is going to come here and lose to us. We've seen what happened last time. I don't know. Change me, Buffalo. Do something. You know that little stick? Do something.
Okay. So we got that out of the way. Did you get part of your vet? Is that why you're wearing your turtleneck hoodie?
Sort of.
What's up with the turtleneck hoodie? Let's tell people.
It's fall time. It's like hot and cold here. I don't know what's going on. You know, you might be sick. You might not be. It's weird times. The fall. You got to love it. But it's just like, yeah, man, it's dark at 5. You don't know what the hell's going on. Pretty much sums up the turtleneck hoodie in Buffalo, New York.
It looks like a Batman cape, actually.
It is almost Halloween, too.
Do you celebrate Halloween?
Of course.
Why?
It's a fun holiday.
I think it's the stupidest holiday ever.
Some people do.
I don't
like it because it's in the fall. I like the fall.
People actually care about Halloween.
Yeah, people don't care about football, but people talk about it. There's a lot going on.
There is.
I love fall because fall to me equals football. Getting off the school bus as a child, knocking on every freaking neighbor's door and saying, let's go out and play some fucking football.
Tackle football in the Leafs.
That's right.
Amen. So let's talk about a couple of the other upsets last week. Obviously, we talked about the Tyreek Hill injury and the Dolphins, being the Dolphins. They ended up winning that game. I did pick them to win that game. Here's the game that annoys the hell out of me. And this one, I hope we get some comments on either live here while we're on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. The Green Bay Dallas game, the Sunday night game, 40-40 tie. I don't understand this whole tie thing. Ties don't make sense in the NFL. People might disagree with me or think otherwise, but here's the thing. No one wins, no one loses. Why don't we just all give a Lombardi trophy to every freaking team in the league, a participation trophy at this point? Play till a winner, play a full overtime, then flip the coin again. Do a second overtime. Play till the game is over. This one overtime, each person gets the ball, gets a chance. Okay, but you gotta come up with a winner. You cannot have a tie in the NFL because it kind of throws a wrench in a lot of things. People that play pick'ems, people that bet money, especially. I mean, I did the research. Whoever bet on that game lost. No matter what team they picked, they lost. I mean, there was no point spread at that point. It was 0-0, right?
Well, unless one team must have had the points. So if you'd bet one of the team that got points, you would have won. But if you were in a regular pick'em league,
40-40, there is no over under. I mean, well, there's an over under you could bet on, obviously, but there's no point spread at that point. If it's 40-40, what if the Cowboys were getting 3.5?
Yeah, then they won 43.5 to 40.
How?
You would win that. You win that.
How? It's 40-40.
Yeah, I know. But they're getting 3.5 points right off the bat, no matter what. That's the point spread.
Oh, so
Yeah, the score would have had to been like 47 to 36.5 for it
okay,
to be a
but
tie. But in
now
your pick'em leagues where you're or your whatever you're calling your suicide pools, I think it's a loss. They're
it
both
is a
out.
loss. You
Yeah.
did the research. It is a loss if you're in a survival pool. You lost if you picked either one of those two teams. You lost.
Crazy game too.
It was stupid. It didn't make sense. There was some bad coaching decisions in that game too. I mean, I think the Green Bay Packers coach had a autistic moment almost, and I hate to say it like that, but he had a moment of. He's usually pretty sharp too, Matt LaFleur. He's usually very good at clock management and managing the team and the plays. And what happened there? They lost
I give
30
him
seconds.
probably was fed acetaminophen or something. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure.
Hey, but it
was a crazy game. I mean, ties though, 10 in a tie, I don't mind. To be dead honest, if you play the whole thing and you tie, you can only blame the Buffalo Bills for this rule. Again,
do not
do
blame
you
the
mean?
Buffalo Bills
We're the
because
ones crying about the overtime, how we lost Kansas City didn't get a chance to get the ball.
they didn't say play just one overtime. They wanted each team to have a chance to get the ball, which makes sense for every team in the league. They didn't ever propose one overtime. I mean, they had to accept the fact that they changed the rule. In most cases, let's face it, 99 out of 100 games aren't going to tie anyway. So it's a very rare thing. But when it does happen,
keep it.
I mean, we're still talking about it, and we're going into week 5 starting tomorrow night. We're still talking about this tie game. It's an awkward thing. I don't like it. If I'm a player, how do I celebrate that night? How do I feel like shit if I lost? I mean, what kind of emotions are going like I tied? It's I don't know. Yeah. What do you all think out there? Drop a comment, please. Wherever you may be.
If you battled for 90, I don't even know how long, 70 to 80 minutes, you're beating the crap out of each other, you're end of the game in a tie. I mean, it's not as bad as a loss, dude.
We played hockey. Did you like ending in ties, or you just didn't care?
It's a very rare thing. If it happens, it happens. Should have won the game in regulation then.
All right, fine, fair enough. Okay. So
it's not a playoff game. It's a regular season game. Playoffs can't happen, obviously. Regular season, yeah, you can tie. Very, very abnormal, and especially the way it went, where both teams were just scoring in overtime like that, doom, back and forth. It was pretty. I don't know. It was a cool game.
Yeah, it's
tie. It is what it is.
I mean, you almost have to modify that. There's got to be some modification into that because I don't believe at any point in any time in regular season playoffs, Pro Bowl, Super Bowl, there should be a tie. NFL is one of those sports, even baseball, there can't be a tie. They play 44 innings if they have to.
True.
Right? Hockey, they'll do 18 shootouts after a full overtime, but in the playoffs, they just do overtimes. They don't do shootouts. So there's always a solution, but the NFL doesn't have a solution to a tie, and that's just confusing to me, and I don't like it.
Good tie in soccer.
What?
You can tie in soccer.
Really?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be good. That's not good.
I mean, hey.
What are you playing for?
Playing for the W, but you weren't able to get it.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I know. It pissed a lot of people off. That
I don't like it. I'm glad I didn't stay up. I mean, I didn't stay up for the entire game. I fell asleep, but when I woke up, I'm like, I'm glad I didn't stay up. I would have been bothered by it, watching that live, especially as for the dynamic of that game. Micah Parsons coming back to Dallas and Jerry Jones not giving a crap, and Micah Parsons being on his beast mode and not saying hi to anybody before the game, and the whole hype. All right, the whole hype of that game was either one of these teams are going to beat the shit out of each other, and they did, but it ended in a tie. So I mean, it's just. I think the NFL needs to look into this. If you're listening, Roger Goodell, which you probably aren't because you're out getting hookers and doing cocaine, look into this. Talk about this. Make this go away because I can't handle it. We can't do a true NFL show with some bullshit like that.
It's a no fun league for you.
It's beginning to be that way. Yes.
Mhm.
I never thought I'd come to the conclusion that I'm kind of getting sick of the NFL. Sometimes I look at the schedules too, going, all these games suck.
Yeah, the primetime game. I told you that last week. Primetime games coming up are doo trash, dude.
Well, they're going to flex some of them. You do know that.
Okay, we'll see.
They're flexing one.
We'll
Flex
see.
her all. Which one do you want to see flex this week? If you could flex one,
Broncos Eagles, is that on? That might actually be on TV. I'm interested in that game.
they're all
Broncos
on TV.
2-2. Well, I mean, in our little area, Broncos 2-2 going up against the other 4-0 team.
Why don't we do that? Because we only got like 15 minutes left. We
better hurry.
We went on our rants here. Obviously, we don't care about football. So why don't we do this? I have a couple games that I really look forward to coming up here in week 5. First and foremost, obviously the Buffalo Bills. And here's the reason why I really look forward to this game. It's a Sunday night game. The Bills, for the first time in a long time, and we do know this for a fact, they're wearing an alternate uniform other than the stand-up Buffalo that they've always called their alternate uniform. They're wearing all white out, white helmets, every white and silver, and they're giving the crowd all white towels. It's going to be a whiteout game, and I look forward to that. I think it's going to be a pretty cool environment. Sunday night at home against the 2-2 Patriots coming to town. Mike Vrabel on steroids, thinking he's a shit. Stephon Diggs is going to come back and probably fake an injury so he doesn't look like an idiot getting closed out the whole game. So I got my reasons for really looking forward to this game. And also after the game's over, I get to drive back to Buffalo and visit you and get some real food. So I look forward to that night. I take Buffalo in that game. I think they're going to comfortably win that game. There's just way too much on the line. They want to be 5-0, especially against a division team being the New England Patriots. We have already beat the Dolphins. We've already beat the Jets. And if we beat the Patriots, we pretty much could say we have the division at that point. Would you agree? What's your take on Sunday?
I mean, for this Sunday's game, we're probably going to shellac them. The only thing I'm looking forward to is seeing if Cardi B is going to be in the stadium, you know.
Who?
Cardi B?
Who the
Stephon Diggs' little mistress or girlfriend or whatever.
Oh, his girlfriend.
You know, since he left Buffalo, he's had like 3 kids, I think.
That's a lot of kids in a year, 2 years. Jeez. Man, guys shoot blanks, that's for sure. He stops once he stops catching balls, he starts shooting full balloons.
Full balloons of that pink candy.
Okay. So you like the Bills in this one, I'm gonna assume?
Of course.
Okay.
31-0.
You're even gonna go a score, huh?
Well, yeah.
They're not gonna be 31-0. There's gonna be a touchdown.
I know.
Okay. The other game I'm really interested to see is Denver at Philadelphia. Denver is a 2-2 team. Okay. I'm starting to believe in them a little bit more, and it's not so much the offense. I'm still on the fence with Bo Nix. I think he's still young. He's very green. I think Sean Payton's trying to get a hook in him still. But their defense is really good. It's the talk of a lot of these NFL shows. Denver has a defense, and they can stop Philly. The only thing they might not be able to stop is that goddamn tush push that should have been banned. I like Denver in this game, and I'm going to call that my what I like to call my orange caution game of the week.
Oh, there it is.
I think this one's going to be a surprise, just like the Giants beating. Who the hell did they beat?
The Chargers.
The Chargers. That was a big upset of the week last week. So I call this my orange caution pen game of the week. I think Denver can go into Philly and handle them because, quite frankly, I don't think the Eagles' offense is on all cylinders yet. They're just not. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, we've made it clear with the passing yards that Jalen Hurts has thrown for this year that they are not firing on all cylinders, but they're still 4-0. You look at some of these things and you're like, wow, they're 4-0. They haven't even really been playing their best football. Maybe they put it together here. The Broncos have been playing pretty well. Defense is good. Bo Nix is coming together here. This is a really tough call for me. I'm going to have to go. I'm going with the Eagles here. I just think they're at home. They're going to get it done.
You're going to take the Eagles.
I am. The offensive. Yeah, I am. I'm going to take the Eagles.
Right, I'm writing these down because last week we were both tied on picks, wins and losses. The next game I like is Tampa Bay at Seattle, and shout out to Dames over at Lock 22 Productions. This is his team, Seattle. I'm starting to become a fan of the Sam Darnold experiment in Seattle. It seems like he's becoming a little more comfortable week 4, and they are putting up points and they are winning games. I mean,
this is the time where you should have said the Seattle defense, because
that's what I'm saying.
They're the number 1 defense right now. They're allowing, I think, like some sick number, like 4.6 yards per play, I think. And the only time that's like second best in the NFL. And the only team ever to beat that was a different Seattle Seahawks team back when they had the Legion of Boom. So right now they're playing phenomenal. Tampa Bay, they're reeling. They got injuries everywhere. Bucky Irving doesn't look like he's going to play this week. He's in a boot. I would say he probably doesn't.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm going to take Seahawks again. Another Jackson Smith and Jigba day.
You're going to take, okay. Well, we're both in agreement with that one. And then the other one I picked out, excuse me, is tomorrow night's game, San Fran at the Rams. San Francisco seems to be starting that injury train again. Bosa out for the year. Kittle is always hurt. We're not sure if Mac Jones or, well, you said Purdy's out, right?
Purdy is out.
Purdy's out. That's confirmed. Is Mac Jones playing, or is it going to be the other guy? We don't know yet.
Mac Jones.
It's going to be Mac Jones. So there's inconsistencies there. A lot of people say that they're paper identical quarterbacks, shape, size, talent, everything. So they're saying that Mac Jones is a cheap version of Purdy. So where do you go with that? But the Kyle Shanahan experience is, I think, starting to come to an end there in San Francisco. The Rams right now have more stability, I would say, at the quarterback position. And I think Matthew Stafford is starting to kind of get comfortable tossing the ball around the yard a little bit. He got Devontae Adams involved. He has his Puka Nacua. They got a good running game. If he can have another good game this week, I have to take the Rams at home with a San Francisco team that, to me, right now doesn't look like they're even going to get near the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Rams as well. San Fran, I look at them and I'm like, man, how are they at 3-1? Because they've been riddled with injuries, but they beat the Raiders. They played the Raiders. Well, no, they didn't. That was preseason. The Saints, Cardinals, and the Jags they played. So they haven't really been tested. Nope. Yeah, and the Jaguars beat them. So I'm going to take the Rams. Stafford's looking like a phenomenal as always. And Puka Nacua, guy's got like 75 freaking receptions already. Not that high, but I'm pretty sure he's leading the league in receptions. He gets like 15 targets a game. They're
actually saying that he might be the best receiver in the game this current set, this week, this moment.
He's number 1.
He's number 1. And he's like the rebirth of a Cooper Kupp. He fits that spot perfectly, if not better than what Cooper Kupp's not doing anything. So no, I would have to agree. He's definitely the best receiver in the league. Can they sustain that this week going into week 5? I believe so. I picked the Rams as well. So why don't we kind of cruise through the rest of these games here? Because there's a ton of them. There's some storylines behind some of them. Minnesota going to Cleveland. We all know Cleveland's starting another quarterback. I don't even know him. they're starting him over Sanders. So
yeah, I know that's weird too.
But Cleveland does have a good defense. Myles Garrett was balling, and I'm going to take Cleveland at home because
they're not at home. Defense, it's in.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's in London this week. Thanks for correcting me. I almost screwed that up. So this kind of Minnesota's been over there already. So they're already over there. They're acclimated to the time frame, the time zone, and all that. I'm still going to take Cleveland because you got Minnesota. They've been over there. They're traveling. They're sightseeing, probably drinking, partying a little bit, hanging out because they're in London. And they just flew from Ireland. So I'm going to take Cleveland as the home team because they are considered the home team in this one. I think Cleveland's defense is going to really help out that offense and give them more chances, and maybe Stefanski plays along with that and rides the coattails of the defense and pulls out the win. So I take Cleveland at home in London, of course.
Well, London, hopefully if Minnesota did stay there, things go better than they did for the backup quarterback for the Steelers that week because he was jumped and robbed
Oof.
in Dublin before the game there.
He was Dublin.
He definitely
Dublin.
was. But I'm going to go Minnesota.
You're going to go Minnesota, eh?
I am. Yeah. Cleveland, they don't have firepower. And when Justin Jefferson's still on that other side and it's an offensive league, give me them.
Okay, fair enough. Moving on. Houston at Baltimore. That's Baltimore. Lamar's going to play. He's. I mean, they said he could be out a couple weeks. I don't think after the media has exploded on him and the social media reels and memes showing him and claiming that he's faking injury, he will be out there. I haven't seen him in the injury report. If there's a new one out that I haven't seen, please correct me, but I believe Lamar plays and bounces back. I'm going to take Baltimore at home against Houston. Houston is just not good.
No, Willie Mark's looking good, but this is Baltimore. This is the kind of game Baltimore wins to stay relevant.
They have to win this one, or they're out, or you could put a fork in them. If they lose this game, that I would say that their season's on a decline.
I mean, yeah, which team is going to start 1-4 when they had playoff aspirations, and when Baltimore's case had Super Bowl aspirations?
And it all started week 1 to fall apart for them when the Buffalo Bills should have lost that game, and Baltimore shit the sheets at the end, and the Bills came back and won that. So that was kind of a preview to what we're seeing now in week 5, going into week 5. The real Baltimore Ravens, what really happens when the pressure's on. Derrick Henry drops balls, Lamar handles snaps badly, fumbles and makes mistakes and gets pissed off and ruins the whole morale of the team. So I think we're seeing what the Baltimore Ravens are. If they lose this week, you could probably kiss them out of the playoff run. Or if they're lucky, maybe a wild card berth if things happen their way. So we're both going to take Baltimore, though. Yep. Now we got Miami visiting Carolina, and Carolina's been playing some ball. I think they're that sleeper team right now. I believe that there is something there brewing. I'm not a Bryce Young fan, never have been. I don't think I ever will be. But they're at home. They're starting to kind of come together a little bit. And we all know Miami's a shambles right now. Tyreek Hill's out. A-Chain, I think, got hurt too, I believe.
He's playing. He's
good. Is he playing? Okay. I'm still going to take – I think I'm going to take Carolina in that game. I'm going to take Carolina at home. I'm going to show a little faith in the process.
Carolina's at home?
Yes.
Give me the Dolphins in some weird way.
Okay. You could be right.
Darren Waller looked good.
He did.
He's going to – I mean, I don't know. Did he look good? He caught 2 touchdowns. He had 20 yards.
It depends on which way Tua's eyeballs are spinning that night or that day.
True.
If he's good or not.
If he's cross-eyed or not.
Yeah. Moving on. Vegas visits Indianapolis. Indianapolis obviously coming off that embarrassing loss. They didn't want to lose.
So weird.
It's a weird game too, right? Yeah. But Vegas sucks. The only good thing about Vegas right now is Bowers, and I think he got hurt or banged up a little bit. He's already banged up in week 4. And you got Max Crosby. He's like the whole team.
Genty.
He's just the only thing that really has a spark in Vegas right now that sells tickets is Max Crosby. I like Indianapolis to bounce back this week.
I'm going to take Indy.
Okay. You said it. I'm marking these babies down. So, did you take Baltimore too? Yes, you did. And you took Minnesota. Okay. This is a boring game. This is just the game that it's good. It's at 1 p.m. and it's going to get lost in
the mix.
New Orleans and
oh god,
New York Giants. Giants visiting New Orleans. New Orleans, their starting quarterback Rattler hasn't won yet in the NFL. He's 0-9 for start, and he's not looking like he's going to get there anytime soon. I don't think he fits the scheme that Kellen Moore brought to New Orleans. I just think Kellen Moore is just not a good coach. He's a good offensive coordinator, kind of. He's not the answer to the New Orleans Saints' prayers. I just think the Giants are coming off a pretty big win, throwing their rookie quarterback in there, Jackson Dart. So they're going to ride the dartboard into New Orleans, and I think they keep that going. That's me. Go ahead.
Well, you said there's only one prayer for the New Orleans Saints, and that's Drew Brees, and he ain't playing. so give me the other team.
The Giants. I mean, we need Bon Jovi for this one, man. Dallas at the Jets. This could be a squirrely game.
9-6.
It could be one of those games, and it's MetLife Stadium, and a lot of weird shit happens in that stadium, as we all know. The Jets have to win one, right? I mean, they have to win a game. They have to win a game. Otherwise, I'm going to totally have to make fun of their coach for wearing capris. And I have been kind of delicate with that criticism on him because he's way cooler than that of Mike McDaniels, the McGenius out of Miami. He wears capris and dances down the sideline when the Jets make a good play, but then he loses.
McDaniels is doing bumps and taking dumps.
Pretty much.
That's what that guy does.
Yeah. He's it looks like Elvis Presley with those sunglasses on, doesn't he?
Bugged out. He says weird stuff. I mean,
yeah, something's wrong with him. Is he on Molly's, maybe?
Is that stress?
What the hell's wrong with that guy?
After the game, I don't know. He has some weird press conferences.
Can you imagine like just chilling with him having a beer?
No. He's either way too smart for his own good or like, I don't know. He strikes me as an odd, very awkward.
Okay.
Like you got McDermott, good coach. You could sit down and have a beer with the dude. He seems down to earth. Most of these guys. Tomlin, that guy, I don't know. If they were to say, hey, something happened, I would be like, yeah, he was always a little squirrely.
Okay, so I'm going to take the Jets at home.
This is where we differ. I'm going to go Dallas.
You're going to go Dallas, huh?
Barn burner, like 20-10 or something goofy.
Well, we'll see. You got CeeDee Lamb down.
Yeah, they do. No, they're all reeling.
The
Jets could win this game. I don't doubt that.
They could. They might. So we're running out of time here. Tennessee at Arizona. Game that I'm not real interested in. I would have to take Arizona at home just because I think they're just better than Tennessee. I don't think Cam Ward's even close to being an NFL quarterback yet. Coaching is horrible. Tennessee Titans are just not a good organization from top to bottom. Grass or turf, they're just not good. It does not matter. They are not good since Vrabel left there. I'm going to assume you're going to agree with me and take Arizona at home.
I'll take Arizona at home.
I'm glad you did that. It's good, smart. And then we got Detroit visiting Cincinnati. Detroit. We have to talk about this one?
No.
Okay. We both know why. Washington at the Chargers. Now, this one could be kind of goofy. Chargers coming off a loss. They're at home, and they got Washington visiting them. Quarterback still hurt. Eckler out for the year. Washington not exactly to where they want to be at this time of year with the skill they have on that team. I could see a second loss in a row for the Chargers. I'm going to take Washington in that one.
On the road. The Chargers. I think Washington has better days coming. I know their quarterback's playing. Jaden Daniels is in this week. But I think Washington, when Scary Terry McLaurin comes back, they're going to be in for some nice games later on in the season. So I'm going to give me the Chargers now.
Yeah, I put you down for the Chargers.
Thank you.
Okay, last but not least, Monday Night Football, October 6th. I will be in Buffalo, New York that night.
Lock your doors.
Get off sidewalks, lock your doors. And if my serial killer is out there and watching, I will be in town. That's all I'm going to tell you. You know my areas.
Stay away from the park.
Hope to see you. Kansas City goes to Jacksonville. This could be a really, really good game. Jacksonville coming off the win in San Francisco. Trevor Lawrence, with the long hair or not, played a decent game. They played a good game. Kansas City is Kansas City. I'm not real comfortable with predicting them to really do too much at all yet this year. Yeah, they had a big win. Kansas City going into Jacksonville. Can it happen? Could Jacksonville win 2 in a row against 2 good teams? Or does Kansas City go in and wipe the mat with them?
Let me tell you something really quick. 4-0. I'm versus Jacksonville. 4-0. You're going to ask these dumb questions. 1,300 yards. 9 touchdowns, 4 picks. I mean, you'd have to be a fool to pick the Jags.
So you're taking Kansas City?
Of course.
Okay, I'm going to take Kansas City too. They're Kansas City, Jacksonville's Jacksonville at the end of the day. So for me,
let's put a picture of Put a picture of both quarterbacks up real quick and tell me which one you think's going to win the game.
Yeah, right. I think we're about out of time here. I want to thank everyone for being here. If you have any questions about the show or you have any ideas that we can add in the show segments, or you want to maybe be a guest on the show and argue some football with T.O. and I, let us know. Send us an email to info@rawlife.com. But for now, we're going to have to wrap it up and get ready for the games starting tomorrow night. And we thank you all for being here. Special shout out to Lock 22 Productions. Thanks for having me over on NFL. And to those of you that are subscribing on YouTube, thank you so much. And keep liking, keep sharing, and keep on coming. We'll be back next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. We'll see y'all later. Oh. Break it down. Break it down, Todd. Break it down.
1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns, 4 picks, 2. I'm gonna kick Jacksonville's butt. Hot hike. Going down the pike.
Want to do a podcast?